Let's go on and look at more pronunciation. La, just like the way you say the word lamp, la. Let's try. La, le, li, lo, lu. Very good. Try it. La, le, li, lo, lu. M, mother, ma, ma. That's the sound we're looking for. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Good. Brilliant. Let's look now. MB. Wow. This is a good one because now we have two consonant and a vowel forming one syllable. And how do you pronounce that? Mba. Can you try and say that? Can I hear you? Mba. Mbe. Mbi. Mbo. Mbu. Brilliant. Let's look at the other one. NA. Nothing. N. Na. Ne. Ni. No. Nu. Well done. Then we have the ND and a syllable and a vowel A forming one syllable. Nda. Can you practice that? Nda, nde, ndi, ndo, ndu. I'll repeat that again. Nda, nde, ndi, ndo, ndu. Well done. Let's look at the NG. The letter NG and A is pronounced as nga. Nga. So we have nga, nge, ngi, ngo, ngu. Let's practice again. Nga, nge, ngi, ngo, ngu. Not nga, but nga. It's always one syllable. Nga. Then we have the NJA. How do you pronounce this? Nja. Can you say that? Nja, nje, nji, njo, nju. I'll repeat that for you. Nja, nje, nji, njo, nju. Then we have the NY, A, lanyard. How do we say in English? Word lanyard, but in Kiswahili is nya, just like in English, nya. So nya, nye, nyi, nyo, nyu. I'll repeat that. Nya, nye, nyi, nyo, nyu. Well done. Let's look at the person. Pa, pe, pi, po, pu. That is an easy one. Then we have in Swahili. Can you be able to roll your tongue? Can I hear that? Don't worry if you can. If you can't, you can use the ra. But Nairobi people are going to tell you you una twang. You're trying to be posh. Ra, re, ri, ro, ru. If you can roll your tongue, you go for ra, re, ri, ro, ru. Perfect. Let's look at the sa. Sa, se, si, so, su. Easy. Then we have the shambles. Sha, sha, she, she, sho, shu. Brilliant. The T, tabitha. Ta, te, ti, to, tu. Simple. The VA, va, ve, vi, vo, vu. Simple. Worthy. Wa, wa, we, we, wo, woo. I'll repeat that because always gives students a bit of challenge. Wa, we, we, wo, woo. Important to do that. Then we have the next one. Ya, young. Ya, ye, yi, yo, you. Can you pronounce that again? Ya, ye, yi, yo, you. Now we get to the most exciting part, pronouncing real words in Swahili. So words in Swahili are made up of syllables, and as I have mentioned before, syllables is a combination of consonants and vowels. So you can have different consonants, different BA, DA, GA, RIA to form words. So how do we actually pronounce words properly so that we can sound very or nearly or completely, authentically native. This is done by breaking up a word into its syllables. For example, if a word has two syllables, for example, ba and ta, that is a word that has two syllables. And how do we know? How do we split the syllables? We do it by looking at where the vowel is. So ba, ba, this is where the syllable, the vowel is. So that is one syllable. Ta, this is another syllable. Bata, I also call them short words. Bata, that has two syllables. But if you look at the word habari, it has more than two syllables. Habari. So it's just also done by where your tongue is falling. Ha, ba, ri. Ha, ba, ri. Always use your chin to help you pronounce these words if you want to learn more difficult and longer words. So for example, bata, if a word has two syllables or a short word, put the emphasis on the first part, bata. But if a word has more than two syllables, like this word, habari, put the emphasis nearly to the second or the second to the last syllable. So it becomes habari. But for example, the second one is just two syllables, kula. Kula. You can hear my emphasis is the kula. But if a word has more than syllable like this one, you'll pronounce it as nyumbani. So you can hear my emphasis is on the mba. And the last word here, can you give it a go? Try it again. It's zungumza. Zungumza. That's how you'd pronounce that. So another thing that I would like to mention at this point is that Swahili sounds are always falling. What do I mean by that? And it's not bata, it's bata. So they're always going, they're as if they're falling. Bata, kula, habari, nyumbani, zungumza. So that's very key in terms of pronouncing words properly in Kiswahili. So I have some special sounds here that I would like us to go through. We found these syllables when we were learning how to do individual syllables earlier on, but it's very important so that we can learn how to pronounce words with these special or unique sounds in Swahili. So the letter DH and the TH, the letter DH and the TH have the same sounds, and that sound is pronounced just like the way you pronounce the word think in English. Think of the word think. I'll make it bold so that you can remember that. Think, that's a sound that you're looking for. So how do you pronounce the word 80? You have a go first. And don't forget to put the emphasis on the second to the last syllable. That's why I have underlined it so that you can remember that. So how do you pronounce the word 80? Themanini. Themanini. How do you pronounce the word gold? Thahabu. Thahabu. Well done. We also have other special sounds, and the letter KH and the GH are pronounced the same way. They have the same sounds. These are very guttural sounds or very Arabic sounds, and they pronounce with ha, ha. Hamis, Hamis. So that is the name of a person in Kenya or in East Africa. And then we have expensive. How do you pronounce that in Kiswahili? Khali. Khali. That's how you'd pronounce that. So the letter KH and the GH have the same sound, which is ha. We also have some other special sounds. The letter NG with an apostrophe. The letter NG with an apostrophe. As mentioned earlier, this letter is pronounced just like the way you have your English word hang. Hang. So I'm looking for that hanging sound. Hang. Hang. Very important for us to remember that. So how do we pronounce the word cow in Kiswahili? This is one of the worst pronounced words in Swahili, and it's pronounced as, the correct way of pronouncing this word is ngombe. The correct way of pronouncing this word is ngombe. Then we have the letter NG without the apostrophe. Note this is without the apostrophe, which is ngamia. So the difference between these two is that this one with an apostrophe is hang, ngombe, but this one is just ngamia. Well done. Then we have some special sounds. The next one is the ny. The next unique sound nya, just like the way you pronounce the word lanyard in English. How do you pronounce this word, which means house in Kiswahili? Nyumba. Can you say that again? Nyumba. As you can see, this word has 2 syllables, so I'm emphasizing on the first syllable. Nyumba. We have hard consonants, and Swahili is very interesting because in English we don't really have hard consonants. We just speak the language. For example, I can't come to you and say, I've seen a boat. You'll be, oh, you don't need to say a boat. You need just to say, I've seen a boat. So in English you have relatively very soft sounds, but in Swahili we have very hard consonants in some words. So the letters B, D, G, and J, they make sounds that are slightly different from English, which are pronounced in a hard way, or a bit of emphasis on them. So as you pronounce them, also don't forget to put the emphasis on the right syllables. For example, the word father, you'd pronounce it as baba. So you can hear the baba. The word sister, dada. The word car, gari. The word yesterday, jana. So that is how you have to pronounce the hard consonants letters, which is B, D, G, and J. Rolling R. Can you roll your tongue? R. This is important. So if you can't, you can just use your R. So the letter R is pronounced as with a rolling tongue, and this is how you can pronounce the word color, rangi. The word news, habari. Very important word to pronounce there. Then we have some more pronunciation practice that I would like you to try. How do you pronounce the word pen? Can I hear from you? Kalamu. Kalamu. Very important. We have the second word, ball. How do you pronounce it? Mpira. Mpira. Again, put the emphasis on the PI because that's where the last syllable, second to the last syllable is. Then we have the next one, which is news. Habari. Habari. The word I like, I love. How do you pronounce that? Ninapenda. Ninapenda. Very important. Bye-bye. Kwaheri. Kwaheri. And the word thank you. Everyone knows this word of Swahili. Asante.